Hey, my name is PolishLynx. Welcome to another episode of Katawa Shoujo. I believe we're approaching the end. How do I know? I actually checked someone's video. Because I was curious, okay? Anyway, there haven't been any further disruptions since that week. I don't even know whose video it was, but whatever. Of course, that's what I thought the week before that, and Shizune and Misha's sudden newfound clarity have left me feeling a little lost and envious. I thought there was no way I could rest easy at the time. But fortunately, nothing came out of my worries. Then, before I knew it, there was enough to deal with in school that I even managed to put them off my mind, and still everything was fine. I was wrong. I'd seen Shizune and Misha's carefully hidden vulnerabilities, but they were still strong. Now we're going to be graduating soon, and I've grown so comfortable here that it is kind of crept me out. When it did, I felt sad and didn't want to think about it. So I did it. Not until recently. Okay, for a second there I literally thought that his cover over here has the Ahagao pattern. Damn. I totally saw that for a second. About a week ago, I started making a list of people I thought I should say goodbye to before graduation. The first rule I laid out for myself was that I would try not to write them down in any kind of special order. Like least important to most important. Sum it up like that anyway. Even though it also ended up being a shorter list than I expected to be. Kenji's somewhere in the middle. He mentioned it. Best friend after all, right?
They say I'll have to graduate eventually. Well, I showed them. I've lived here rent-free for more than long enough. If you take into account the rising cost of land, I think you would say I've won in the end. No, you know what? I did win. History will acknowledge me as the victor.
Too much light. The victor of what? No, it's not too much light.
I managed to stay out of sight and slip through cracks. I beat the system.
If you put it that way, it sounds like you just ran away from the system.
Sometimes, running is the greatest form of victory. Like, in the Olympics.
I'm too tired to argue with him. Who's he kidding? Everyone knows the shot put is the best Olympic... No, it's not. Olympic event. In other case, am I the only one who doesn't care about Olympics? Like, to me, there is no interesting events there. Winter Olympics for... Those are good. So, what you're basically saying is you won't miss it.
Miss what?
School, dummy.
No, I told you this place is too filled with feminists. It's beyond saving. But at least I'll be able to get out before it reaches critical mass. I'll only come back years later when they build a statue to honor me.
Do they do that 10-year later reunion thing here?
How would I know that? Probably. Anyway.
They don't do that in my schools. I don't know. I think no one liked it.
Anyway, I have to start packing now. Take care of yourself, man.
You should get packed a week ago, like I did. Not that I had much to pack.
That's not how it goes. You're supposed to do everything at the last minute. Men are better at doing everything at the last minute.
You know, there is something to it, yeah.
The last minute can have more productivity than like the entire week before it. It's not how we keep it shit fair.
I mean, I would like to disagree, but there is some truth to it, yeah.
You will never understand our manly ways.
You take care of yourself too. With a salute, he shoots backwards through the door, slamming the shot behind him hard enough that the entire dorm probably heard it. I've noticed that a lot of people slam doors here. Maybe it's a local thing. Well, if they do that, I would never allow them to try to shut the doors in the car. Take care of myself. It's the first time I've heard him say it. Usually he ends our conversation with something like, "See ya! I'll pay you my lecture, man." Well, he was a little annoying sometimes. but I'll miss him. Yeah, me too. I cross him off my list mentally. The list is very short now, and I once again discard the notion of going through it in any kind of order. Like I said, I never had that intention. Will he go to all the girls or no? Like Lily, Rin, Hanako? Probably not. I mean, he didn't really spend much time with them, right? We'll see. So, I go out to look for Shizune and Misha. I can only think of one place they could be. The student council room. Of course. Turning the corner, I almost bump into a small group of students. For a second, a bitter feeling flashes through me, since for all I know, that could have been fatal. It's the new student council. There aren't a lot of them, but a lot more than 3, which is good, since it means there's enough of them that they can have each other their own title. It would have been cool if I could have a little desk plaque with my name and title on it. I don't think they do that now, or even did, unfortunately. The new student council surrounds me while I'm thinking. If anyone were looking at this, actually was looking at this from afar, it would be a pretty sinister sight. Maybe they have come to finally get back on me for calling them the new student council all those times. I was just translating for Shizune, but I guess I should have been lazy and more tactful. I regret nothing. I find myself being thanked for everything I've done. I'm being thanked. This should make me happy, considering how often I would think to myself that being the student council was a completely thankless job. It does make me happy, but I can't enjoy it fully. I wonder how things would have turned out if our student council had grown as large as the one that's set to replace us. Even though they've only got 2 or 3 other members, it's enough they do it, so there are 5 of them or 6, whatever, okay. Yeah, I mean better than 3. It's enough that they have set roles. Not like us, where Shizune seemed to be the president, but that was it. I guess. The new president, translator, and the one that's supposed to do all the physical work. The new council thanked me gives me a strange feeling. It's like coming back home and seeing that tree you nurtured years before has grown, but I feel like I didn't nurture the tree enough. I wonder what more I could have done. It would likely make Shizune furious that I would feel distant from what I did in the student council this way. Or that I'd imply I didn't do enough. But it's true. I was only following her. So, in a way, I also feel like I'm viewing that same tree from far away. As if I'm seeing it from the window of a train as it passes by. I indulge in these thoughts for too long. When I stop out this, I realize that I'm still standing there. Surrounded by the new student council, I do the only thing I can do and apologize for zoning out. Then, I thank them back. When they walk away, I enter the student council room, which looks a lot messier, but seems to have gained a computer. What? It makes sense. I recall hearing one of the clipboard girls talking about her plans to use a computer to make all the boring data entries using us more tolerable. Nice. I can't remember. Nice, really. I can't remember which one said it. For Aoi seems to be the more ambitious one. But again, Keiko appears more serious. Well, it doesn't matter now. I mean, they are already improving the place considerably. I'm not alone in the room, but instead of finding Shizune here like I expected, it's just Misha. She's sitting on Shizune's desk, like Shizune herself often does, swinging her legs back and forth. When our eyes meet, she hops off and inexplicably poses like a superhero. Hi, Hit-chan! I'm surprised to see you here. What are you doing? You first! I was looking for Shizune. And you. Me too! I thought she would be here, but I got Hit-chan instead. Gee, thanks. I got the better girl here. Woohoo! Well, this is good. Really, I want to talk to you anyway. About what? I take the time to glance around the room and more. I see hot plate. They are really living high. I want to say sorry, of course, for the trouble I made for you and Shi-chan. Don't call it trouble. Right. Don't apologize to Shizune. Right.
right, but that is why I'm here, Hit-chan. I won't apologize to Hit-chan since you're here. I want to ask you a question. Hit-chan, what do you think it would take for Hit-chan to be happy?
World domination, obviously.
Even if we're joking, Hit-chan. Is he for? No one even... If she could, it wouldn't make Hit-chan happy. Only for a little while. Hit-chan, have you ever heard of artists who tear up their paintings as soon as they finish them? Such people really exist in the world, you know.
Yeah. Yeah. Have you heard of people starting a game, recording it, and in the end thinking, wow, this game is crap, and deleting the entire content? I've heard of such a person.
I remembered it all of a sudden. It's just like Hit-chan, now that I think about it. Whenever Hit-chan sets up a challenge for herself and completes it, she acts like her skills have no meaning anymore. I wonder, is it because she can't create anything permanent? It's just like those artists and how they want to create a piece of art to leave behind. A really great one, but can't do it. It's really obvious when I look at it. But I didn't see it before, and I'm scared. I wonder if Hit-chan will ever be happy.
No, I mean, I don't think so. Not about her ever being happy. I think you're wrong. She's actually happy more often than I thought. I think it's actually kind of amazing. Usually people don't think about that kind of stuff until they're middle-aged or dying. Then they think I want to leave something behind or I want to be remembered. Am I recording a mic on... Oh, for fuck's... No, I'm not. I'm recording desktop on 2 devices for some reason. I hate myself. Whatever. I don't understand why I did... Was there an update again that screwed everything over? Is it the mic at least that you're recording or the... Okay. Like me. Only I skipped the headle, so my life was short and seemed even shorter after my heart attack. I didn't think about what I was leaving behind because I very quickly thought there was almost nothing I was leaving behind, so all that was left was for me to stew in on my own bitterness. Shizune already wants to leave her mark somewhere, but she wants to do it by helping people. Where did that idea come from? That's why celebrations are so important to her. She even wants to be a philanthropist. I think it's the best way to live, living on by what you give to others. Even if it's for a selfish reason, that's okay too. Shizune is already happy because if something goes well, there will always be someone else to see it and remember it. That's what makes her happy. Misha's eyes are stiff at her sides, hands tapping the air softly.
Before I still thought, I might be able to make Shizune happy, and I was in a good place to do it before. Since I was an interpreter, I could always be with her. Maybe. And I thought I would do it by becoming like Shi-chan's shadow. I kept trying even when she rejected me. It felt like I was stuck and I couldn't do anything but watch Shi-chan's back getting smaller while she kept going. I was scared even if I should have just accepted it. It's hard. Maybe I could have at least understood her. But it looks like I was completely wrong after all. I didn't even know that, or think about it. Shi-chan would call it a complete loss. Okay, I'm done. That's it, Hit-chan. But, since you're the one who knows Shi-chan best of all, you can't make her cry, or I'll be angry. I'm going to overseas after this. I even have letters of recommendation, or I don't think I'll be able to normally. Maybe I'll study and become a sign language teacher over there. Who knows? That means you have to look after Shi-chan, okay?
Misha's mind is as honest as ever, but she's obviously changed. The look in her eyes is that of a much more attentive girl. It seems to be true that hardship builds wisdom. It reminds me of the look in Shizune's eyes. I wonder what Shizune might have been through to have become who she is. I can take a guess, or maybe she was like that. I want her even more and suggest to Misha that we should look for her together. Of course, it's just a pretext to spend more time with a friend. It's strange how it hasn't been long since we last hung out together. The three of us, in the span of a routine student council day. Yet it seems like it was long ago. Thinking about the future can put that kind of lens over the past. Speaking of lenses, outside, Yuko is standing around, fiddling with a tiny modern-looking camera in her hands. It would be unnoticeable if it weren't for metallic enough to reflect the sunlight. Misha called out to her. I thought we were supposed to be looking for Shizune. Hi! What you doing? I'm just taking photos of everyone. That's obvious! Awkward Misha. I'll never forget how you taught me that someone can hold so many secrets and still have a musty lack of tact. Where's my photo? You want a copy? I don't know. Well, only if you promise to keep it a secret. Or else, everyone else will want one too. That happened to me in elementary school, only it was this, with candy. Okay, I'll take a photo of you now then. Wait, I'm not ready. I was just kidding. Hey John, make a peace sign. Peace, peace. I'm not going to do that. The camera flash goes off, blinding me. Yuko shields herself behind it, letting out a moan of frustration. You're not supposed to turn the flash on outdoors. She starts apologizing unnecessarily and then quickly slips away. Wait! Yes? Did you see Shichan around here? Yeah, in front of the gate. Thanks. I can barely get it out before I have to start following behind Misha. Fortunately, not for very long. The gate is barely a minute's walk from here, even that can be tiring for me sometimes. He's still not working out, is he? We see Shizune with the student council. They're probably thanking her too. As soon as she sees us, she shoos them away. Which is very easy, since I doubt any of them can understand sign language or use it, so they're not too sad about leaving. Which in turn makes me wonder why they would thank her without someone who can, but... is the thought that counts? Misha mentally hugs Shizune and then leans against the gate next to her. I, on the other hand, decide to hang back a little and let them talk. After all, Misha wanted to talk to Shizune this whole time. I can wait. I even turn away so I don't eavesdrop on the conversation. Yes, because if you turn away, you hear less than if you are facing someone. Yes, definitely. I end up losing track of time. When I look at my watch, I don't have the watch again. It's already been 10 minutes. I wonder if they're done. And turn around to find them behind me. What are you thinking about? Boring, physical things I don't want to talk about. Don't worry, I'm not thinking about it too hard. Good. Getting things difficult at a time like this would be the worst thing you could do. Yeah. I just wanted to stand here for a bit. It's relaxing. It was a busy week. Not really. Not for me. I know that I must have been busy. But I think I know what I want to do now. And when it hit me, I didn't feel particularly fired up or anxious. It is the opposite. I feel at peace for the first time in a long time and I want to savor the feeling a little more. I think I want to teach here. What? Where did that come from? As soon as I thought this, a long, winding road appeared in my mind, and a certain road that leads back here. I mean, that's pretty cool. I wonder if I'll be able to meet someone in the future like me. Someone filled with bitterness. I bet. I want to talk to the person since I can't talk to myself. I want to tell them that life is too short. Something that couldn't be told to me, only shown. I want to do it without pity. If I had been pitied, I'm sure that I'd have only died a little more. When I think about the first week, I still think about how well it went. So well that it could only be called the result of kindness. I feel like I want to show others the same kindness. And I also want to keep chasing Shizune. Do I now? What the new student council wants, Shichan? It's hard to daydream when you have to deal with Misha's voice. I know that they had someone who knew the sign language. They don't. I think it was most likely just a goodbye, so I appreciate it, even though I couldn't tell them. How do you know I was here? Is it supposed to be a secret? Anyway, we just asked Yuko. Did she take a photo of you too? Yeah, without asking me first. Since Yuko doing anything to prove the moment is rare for, I'll let it go. She snaps her fingers more because I think she likes it than out of realization of an idea. No, I can't do it properly because of the braces. Oh, actually I can. I love pissing teachers off with that. We should take a photo of 3 of us. We haven't taken a student council photo yet. Now is the perfect chance. But if I have to look at this picture a year from now, I don't want staring back at me. What does that mean, Shi-chan? Pictures, I suppose, to capture the moment, isn't that right? Without a doubt, they're not portraits. Just standing around would be stiff. It wouldn't even capture how I feel. There is truth to that. There is truth to that. Like the yearly photo. And, oh cool. The entire classroom. They are standing there waiting for the guy to make a picture. Great. I feel like we'll meet again. So this is an occasion to take such a serious photo. It should be see you later type of photo. Not a big deal. It should be something more festive. Oh boy. Like this. Follow me. Shizune poses like a musketeer. So cute I'm sure even she knows it's silly. Do we really have to do such a cheesy pose? I can think of no better pose. Misha, go find Yuka. I don't like this pose either, but I think it's a kind of nice. That doesn't even make sense. She's already gone, and returns dragging Yuka behind her. The flash is off. A red LED blinks 3 times above it after Yuka's finger presses the button. Shizune glances at both of us to make sure we have the timing down. Synchronize, watches, we jump. You didn't jump! This is a tragedy. Oh my god. No. I bet that turned out excellently. Did it now? Okay. Now let's get one with Yuka too. Okay, if there is one thing that Shizune wins with Misha, it's the fact that she has 5 highs. No, please! That's not necessary. I want a copy of this photo too. I don't. I like to die younger than the average person. My life could unexpectedly burn out at any time. I don't have the time to waste then. I want to live as much as possible. I also want to see other people smile from what I've made and done. I mean, I feel like someone who experiences what Hisao does would have that kind of thinking. Like, turned on easily, sorts of. Living vicariously through the happiness of others doesn't seem so bad. Feeling joy through another person's happiness doesn't seem like such a bad thing. It's the easiest way I can think of to draw out my own life and give it distinction. Maybe this is the me that Shizune has found for herself, although just my theory. People find themselves alone often in their lives, and without direction. However, people can take refuge in moments of happiness. They can dot a person's life like stops on a train map, or waypoints of memory on a long trail. These individual moments on reflection can give a person's life fulfillment. Every friend and festival and joyful meeting and joyful parting. I want to be able to ask Shizune one day if I am right. I want to spend the time I have with her, finally. I want to make Shizune smile for herself. I love you. I pause, wondering if she'll look at me, confused, and ask why I'd say it out of the blue. She doesn't. Do they do that reunion thing here? Of course they do. A student council member should know that. Sooner that, okay? Both of you. Right. Yeah. You go. You do the post too. After all, we can go for tea. Shizune laughs, as if she doesn't have a care in the world. Misha's laughter joined with hers as if it were her own. We'll meet again. That's right, we'll meet again in the next episode. There's outro or something? Oh, the credits. Okay. I will need to remember to move the camera somewhere. Okay, so we've completed one route out of possible, I don't know, 20. Oh boy, this will take a while. This will take a while. Anyway, I guess tomorrow we will move out. Okay, let's see. Katawa, because from now on I probably think I'll be cheating a little bit. Guide or whatever. How about this link? And how about this one? Spoiler-free path maps. I mean, to be fair, path map or not, even if you spoil me with something, I will not remember that anyway unless I will truly play it on my own. So, okay, I don't like how this is written. I will use this maybe if... No, this one is terrible as well. I think we'll go with this one. So it... Oh, it finished over here. The credits were so short. Dang! That's a good thing. Okay, let's have a look at the... Whoa, let's not... I forgot. There are CGs that you can't see, that's true. Oh, the new picture arrived. That's cool. That's cool. Okay, so there are 4. Okay, now I'm curious. Will the entire screen be covered with those eventually? That would be neat. Anyway, I'm looking and we have... I mean, we have the bad ending for Shizune to check out. So we'll get to it just right after. So that's one. Apparently there are 3 endings for Rin. There are another 3 for Emi, so that's already 7. 10 with Hanako and 12 with Lily. Wow, that's a lot. 12 in total. No, 13 in total, considering we've completed like 1 for Shizune, which I guess was a good ending, I think. I mean, also based on what you wrote in the comments. So in the next one we'll get to the bad ending. Yeah, we'll clear that one out, and afterwards, who was the second person we've seen in the game? Because we'll go that way basically. I mean, Shizune basically was the first one to interact with us. So that's why I followed it like that. I think it was either Lily or Hanako that we've seen for the, as the second people. I mean, technically we've seen Hanako in the classroom, but we didn't have any interaction, right? So there is that. Anyway, let's end here. That was super enjoyable. I liked it. Maybe I didn't like Shizune much, but I don't think I hated her. I mean, I didn't like a lot of her approaches towards life and people, but it's fine. Other than that, she's okay. She's okay, but she's just okay. Definitely would prefer Misha, but you know, maybe because she's, you know, such a ball of energy. Anyway, let's end here. I have 2 videos to edit. I hope the video that's supposed to be today out, which means I recorded yesterday, will actually render itself. I don't know, something was wrong and it wouldn't render overnight. It wouldn't render during the day. It would stop at some point for due to frame or whatever. So I'll have to edit it out again. Hopefully it will work, because it's a busy day later in the evening. Anyway, hope you enjoyed. Hope to see you in Shizune's bed end coming tomorrow. And have a wonderful day. Bye bye.